Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to discuss WIP or work in progress as it relates to manufacturing, a brand new feature of Odoo 18. To start off, let's summarize what WIP is. And it basically represents the value of partially completed goods that are still in production at the end of a period. And the reason why it's important is it basically allows businesses to accurately track production costs, ensuring that those production costs are capitalized as inventory until those goods are completed. And the reason why this is important and why I wanted to define that is because this is precisely how Odoo's WIP entry is designed to operate. So let's get started. The way WIP works in Odoo is first we need to make sure that we have our accounts set. So I'm just going to go to the default accounts. I go into settings and scroll down to accounting. And once I scroll down to accounting, we'll see some default accounts. Now I have automatic inventory turned on. So we see some default accounts, but this is not necessary. We'll see our WIP account properties. We have our WIP account, so WIP work in progress. We have a WIP overhead account, which is our cost of production right now, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And then we have our stock valuation account, which is our default account within our accounting settings. And these are the three accounts that are going to be used when producing our WIP entry. Our work in progress account in this example right now is a current asset. We can click into it and we'll see that is a current asset. I'll go back to settings and let's just go back here. I won't click into all of them, but our cost of production account right now is a current asset as well. And our stock valuation account is of course a current asset. Now let's go back to our dashboard and we're going to click into manufacturing. So right now in manufacturing, I have two work centers set up. If we go to configurations, we'll go to our work centers. We'll see work center 1 and 2. They have default cost per hour for our work center and for our employee costs. Now, of course, when we actually produce our good, if you recall, Odoo does utilize the cost that is set on my employee profile. So we'll look at that as well. If I go to my dashboard, go into employees, I'll click into myself and we'll go to my settings here. Under my application settings, we see my hourly cost set at $100 per hour. And that's what's going to be used in the manufacturing process, despite what I put on that manufacturing work center. So now it's pretty straightforward. We have a bill of material. So I have a few bill of material set up, finished good 2 and 3. Doesn't necessarily matter about these right now. We'll come back to them just to explain. I have some manufacturing orders ready to go. They're all in progress. So I have 3 that are in progress. Now, at the end of the period, let's say the end of the month, the last working day in which you want to post your WIP entry, you will select the entries in which you want to post. Typically, they will be ones that are in progress. You will select them all. You'll go to action and you'll create or click on post WIP entry. Or post WIP accounting entry. Now, what happens here is that we have a default journal, which is going to be the inventory valuation journal. You can change this if you want to. We have a reference for that journal entry that's going to be created, which simply states manufacturing WIP with all of the manufacturing orders that we're currently producing WIP for. We have a date, which is going to be the date that you are making this journal entry. So right now it's today. And then we have the reversal date, which is going to be the next day. So typically we would do this at the end of the period and reverse it on the first of the following period or the first day of the following period. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about that logic in a second, but down below we'll see the journal items that get created. So we have our component value, which is simply going to be the cost of all of our products, all of our raw materials that are currently consumed in any in-progress manufacturing order. Our total in this example sums up to $45 of component costs. Then we have our overhead costs, which includes labor. So any manufacturing overhead and labor are going to be in this WIP overhead labeled journal item. And right now it's in this cost of production account. And then we have our debit to work in progress. Now that's going to increase our work in progress account, our current asset. So we're going to increase our current asset. And we are going to, in this example, decrease our cost of production account and decrease our stock valuation for those raw materials. Again, the point of this is once I post this entry, When I look back at my financial statements at the end of the month, I'm going to accurately see and offset my expenses for that period as well. So when I get a utility bill or I recognize some overhead costs or labor costs that happen during the manufacturing process, I'm going to have some expenses that are going to show on my profit and loss statement. But these are not true expenses because they are going to be capitalized at inventory once I finally produce this good. However, right now I have yet to produce this good, so I need a snapshot to show me and offset those expenses. You can imagine a scenario where I have a long manufacturing process, maybe it takes weeks or months, and I'm accruing or incurring rather lots of costs that are overhead and labor going into this manufacturing process. So on my profit and loss statement, it looks like I have a ton of expenses or a ton of operating expenses, but in reality, these are all being capitalized into a finished good that is not yet produced. So I want to accurately show that on my financial statements, and this journal entry is going to do just that. Then on the next day or the next period, we're going to reverse this journal entry because then as I produce these actual goods, I'm going to um, show that in my stock valuation account for that products or product category at the time that I'm producing this. So all I need to do is create a snapshot so that I can compare from period to period over time, or if I need to give my financial statements to a stakeholder or an investor, they can accurately see what's in work in progress, what are true expenses. Then I simply post this. Once I click post WIP entry, it's going to create this journal entry and automatically create a reversal for the next day. Again, this typically happens at the end of the month. Now let's talk about how these journal items are calculated. So the component value is going to be any consumed material in any of the manufacturing orders that I've selected. That's important because we'll look at how those items are consumed. The cost of production or the overhead is going to be all of our labor and overhead associated with any clock ins to that particular work order. And then, of course, our debit to our work in progress account is just going to sum the two credits to our overhead and raw material. I'm not going to post this yet because we're going to make some adjustments. Now, if I go into, let's say, work order or manufacturing order number 2 here, we'll see raw material 3 and 4 are both consumed. So that was calculated in our raw material cost. And I can click into these products, and this is an easy example. We can click into raw material 4 here. So that's $20. We have raw material 3, which is $10. So right now we're at $30. And then we have raw material 1 and 2. Raw material 1 is $5 and raw material 2, which is $10. So now we're at that $45. And in manufacturing 5, we see neither of these are consumed. We started our work order. So if we go to our overview screen, we'll see that we did incur some cost, which is 40 cents in operation 1. But we have yet to consume the raw material, so they're still sitting there as raw material yet to be consumed in this finished good manufacturing process. So if we wanted to, we can just take it right out and use it for something else. So this is not something that's consumed or considered work in progress yet. Now, if I needed to mark these as consumed, I can, but I'm not going to right now. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is because this is going to have an effect on your WIP entry based on how you have your bill of materials configured. If I were to go to my bill of materials, we'll see in finished good 2, I have not set a consumed in operation step. So they're automatically going to be consumed in operation 1 for my manufacturing process at the beginning of starting that. However, in other processes, for example, finished good 3, I have raw material 1 consumed in operation 1 and raw material 5 consumed in operation 2. And therefore, if I were to look at my item on the shop floor, it's going to want me to register that consumption. And I have yet to register that consumption, so it's not applied to my WIP entry. So if we go to our finished good 3 here, and let's just go to shop floor, we'll see finished good 3 right here. We can go into that work center and we'll go into finished good 3. And we need to register the raw material 1. So I can just click on that. I'll pause it and we'll go back. Let's just close this out. We'll go back to our manufacturing orders. And now if I go to finished good 3, we see raw material 1 is now consumed. And if we look at raw material 1's cost price, it's $5. So now when we go to post that WIP entry, we should see a $50 credit to our component value. So that works exactly as expected. Now, the one last thing I want to point out is this stock valuation account is getting pulled from my overall settings. Doesn't matter what's on the product category. The same thing is true for our cost of production and work in progress accounts. So whatever's in our accounting settings is what's going to be used. If you need to override these, you can right from here. If you need to change the labels, you can as well. If you need to add some other offsetting lines, you could do that as well. And the reversal would automatically reverse that. Now, one thing I want to point out is my personal preference is to have that cost of production account that we have set up as an expense account, which is an overhead absorption account. The whole point of the WIP entry is to offset our expenses so we can accurately display what is going to be capitalized in the future. So if I go back out and I click into my accounting platform and I go to, we can go into the chart of accounts, we can see our manufacturing absorption account that I've created. It's of type expense. So what I want to do is go into my settings, and this is not necessary. Right now the default is a current asset account. It's just my personal preference. So in my WIP entries here, I might have this as my manufacturing absorption account, and I save this. And I'm going to now go back to manufacturing and post my entry. So I'm going to post my entry here, select all. I'm going to post my WIP entry. One thing I should point out is that you can do these individually. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do it right from the manufacturing order. You'll see the same option. And if I go back out, I'm going to go ahead and post my WIP entries, post my WIP. And now if I go back to our accounting and we go to journal entries, we'll see our WIP entry that got created, and a reversal will automatically get generated. So let me select this reference here. I have a lot of draft entries, so I'm just going, actually, no, I'm not in this database. So I have this one draft entry, which is going to be posted on 10/14. You'll also see a smart button linked to all of the manufacturing orders that are associated with this entry, which is helpful if we want to see what we posted our WIP for. Now, what we see here is that we're using our manufacturing absorption account. So if we were to go to our profit and loss statement, we'll see this holds a negative balance, which is supposed to offset my actual expenses. So I want to make sure that I'm accurately offsetting my expenses for my perceived overhead and labor, so that when someone looks at my financial statements, they'll accurately see that in my balance sheet, I have some WIP. So I can go to my current assets. We'll see my work in progress at 150, 140. But if we were to go to my profit and loss statement, I have a ton of expenses. We'll see that they're offset by that manufacturing absorption account, which then is going to be reversed on the next period. And then as I actually close out those manufacturing orders, they will be accurately displayed as an inventory item that is an asset on my balance sheet for whatever stock valuation I have set on the product category for the finished good. So I hope that all makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. It's pretty straightforward. That is manufacturing WIP in Odoo 18.